What if I told you that a single point could unravel everything a team fought for across 60 grueling minutes? That despite a breakthrough performance, defensive dominance, and flashes of brilliance on offense, it all came down to one moment, a moment that exposed deeper issues haunting this team all season long. This wasn't just another close loss. This was a masterclass in how to lose a winnable game. And once you hear how it unfolded, you might start to wonder if this franchise is stuck in something far worse than just a slump. And if, like me, you can't stand seeing the Falcons lose a match anymore, click the like button and describe your frustration in the comments. It's impossible that the Falcons can't get out of this mess. The Atlanta Falcons are staring into the abyss after yet another gut-wrenching collapse, this time falling 24-23 to the New England Patriots in Week 9. And let's be honest, there's no other word for it but cursed. You name the way to lose, and this team has found it. Missed extra point? Check. Questionable play calling? Check. Wasted elite performances from key players? Double check. It's a cycle of pain that Falcons fans know all too well, and Sunday was just the latest entry in the ever-growing list of heartbreakers. Let's talk about the missed extra point. John Parker Romo, brought in to stabilize the kicker position after Young Hoku's departure, failed at the most basic job a kicker has: make your extra points. This wasn't just a chip shot miss, it was the difference between winning and losing. It's deja vu from Week 1 against Tampa Bay. And here we are again. That 1 point? It sealed the loss. In a league where margins are razor thin, this was inexcusable. Now, here's the kicker, no pun intended, the Falcons actually played with heart. This team showed some fight, for once. Michael Penix Jr., the rookie quarterback, delivered what might have been the best performance of his young NFL career. He looked sharp, composed, and most importantly, like the future. His throws were crisp, his command was steady, and he gave Atlanta a real shot to win. You do not need to hear another word about Kirk Cousins. This is Penix's team now. Period. Drake London? Unstoppable. A complete wide receiver who proved again why he's the centerpiece of this offense. Every route he ran was textbook. His ability to fight for contested catches, to create separation, to block downfield, it's all elite. The guy can do it all, and on Sunday, he did just that. There's no question, he's WR1 material. But what does it matter when the offensive coordinator can't figure out how to get Bijan Robinson going? Yes, the Patriots are strong against the run. But this is Bijan Robinson, the best back in football when used correctly. And once again, Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris managed to turn him into a non-factor on the ground. He's been reduced to a glorified gadget player in the run game, used far more effectively in the slot or in passing routes than where he truly thrives. That's not just bad strategy, it's coaching malpractice. When your star running back is one of your most dangerous weapons, you don't sideline his role. You build your offense around him. Despite the offensive missteps, the defense finally showed up in a big way. Let's start with the pass rush, something Falcons fans have been begging for over the past several seasons. Jalen Walker, drafted at 15, looked like an absolute stud. James Pierce Jr. was explosive. Lyle London returned and made his presence felt. And Brandon Dorlus? Dominant. The Falcons had 6 sacks on the day, pressuring Drake May, who's been lighting up defenses all season, into uncomfortable situations. The defensive front is finally becoming a strength, and Jeff Ulbrich deserves credit for that. That said, while the pass rush and secondary are giving the team a real identity on defense, the issues up the middle remain. The Falcons allowed 110 rushing yards to a Patriots team that has struggled on the ground all year. There's still no true anchor on the interior to plug the run. That's an issue that needs fixing, but at least there's a foundation to build on. The pass defense held May to 221 passing yards, well below his average, and limited his impact despite the lack of interior run stuffing. Yet none of this progress matters when you've got game management decisions that sabotage the effort. 2 minutes left, a 1-point game, and you're punting the ball back to a team that's already shown it can drive the field? It's baffling. There's a time to trust your defense, and there's a time to take control of the game. Raheem Morris once again chose wrong, and the result was all too familiar. Look, Falcons fans, this isn't about a lack of talent. The pieces are there. The defense is emerging as a real threat. You've got your quarterback. Drake London is a beast. Even with Bijan Robinson being misused, he's still a weapon. But coaching is killing this team. Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris are not the guys. Every week it's the same story. poor play calling, bad clock management, and wasted performances. This team has been stuck in neutral because leadership is failing them. And until that changes, the Falcons will keep finding ways to lose games they should win. You can't outplay your coaching staff, and right now, the players are doing everything they can to fight against the incompetence from the sideline. So the big question now is this: are the Falcons cursed? Or is it just a matter of cleaning house at the top? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if the first part of that game breakdown left you frustrated, the second part might just push you over the edge. Because what happened in the final moments wasn't just a coaching failure, it was a complete organizational breakdown that's becoming all too familiar in Atlanta. Let's talk about that final drive. Down 1 point, 2 minutes remaining, and with momentum starting to shift in your favor, what do the Falcons do? They punt the football. In that moment, when you have a quarterback playing his best game, when Drake London is cooking defenders, and when the Patriots' defense is gassed, you choose to play it safe. You punt. You hand the ball back and pray your defense can bail you out. That's not just conservative football. That's cowardly football. It's losing football. Raheem Morris played not to lose, and once again, he got exactly what he asked for. You can't keep making these same decisions and expect different results. It's insulting to the players who are out there bleeding for this franchise every Sunday. Michael Penix Jr. deserved the chance to win that game. Drake London earned the right to touch the ball in the clutch. And Bijan Robinson, even in limited usage, should have had at least one shot to break a play open. But the coaching staff said no. They took the game out of the hands of their best players and handed it to fate. That's why this loss stings even more. Now let's go back to the kicker situation because it needs to be emphasized again. Parker Romo isn't the answer. And honestly, this front office should be embarrassed that we're having this conversation. You moved on from Young Ho Koo, who while inconsistent at times, still had a track record. You replaced him with a journeyman, and you missed the extra point that decided the game. This isn't just bad luck anymore, it's poor roster management. You've got to have a contingency plan at the most critical special teams position, especially when you're playing tight games every week. Draft a kicker. Sign 10 off the street. Hold open tryouts in Centennial Olympic Park if you have to. But figure it out. This is beyond embarrassing. And while we're calling out poor decisions, let's not ignore Zach Robinson. His play calling continues to stall this offense at the worst possible times. How do you have this much talent and still can't put together a consistent 60 minutes of offensive football? There's no rhythm, no identity, and no adjustment when things aren't working. That's not what you want from your offensive coordinator, not with the weapons this team has. It's past time to move on. This team isn't far off in terms of talent, but the leadership gap is massive. And until Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson are replaced, expect more Sundays like this, games where you snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. So, Falcons fans, you've heard the breakdown, you've seen the game. What do you think needs to happen first, firing the coaches or fixing the roster? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to click the video that's on your screen right now. All the latest, all the raw emotion, all the unfiltered Falcons content, you'll only find it here. Go Falcons!